Good morning, everyone. It is 6:30 here on Daybreak, and here's what we're working on this half hour.
Buffalo police working to implement body cameras in the next year, while the pilot program ended just days before last week's fatal shooting.
Plus, a new federal investigation that could affect Western New York. Why Tesla is in legal hot water. Kate?
Yes, good morning. I have a few words today about words.
From the station on your side, Channel 2 News Daybreak starts now.
And if Kate has words to share, you know we're going to be having some fun here on Daybreak. So thanks for joining us this morning, 6:30. And what's going on today, Patrick? Hey.
Words, Roxanne, words. Remember that line from the movie Roxanne, Steve Martin? And he says worms instead.
Yes, vaguely.
Kate, are you with me?
Okay. It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Let's get right to it. Show you what we've got. We've got a few Steve Martin at his best. We got a few rain showers out there, especially south of Buffalo. That is about it. We're not going to see much out of this at all. Just a quick little shower this morning. 62 degrees. Definitely a cooler feel to the air this morning. There's a little shower moving through East Aurora right now. Boston moving in towards Holland and Wales. And East Aurora, as I mentioned, that should be about it. So it's a quick shower, and then we're done. The afternoon looks really good, all right? Despite some of that rain on 86. Salamanca to Olean to Cuba, a little rain this morning. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, but the numbers will be dropping as we head through the afternoon. I should say dropping. Temperatures will be rising, just not as quickly. Humidity levels dropping as we head into the afternoon. Clearing skies, plenty of sunshine, 72 later on today. Looks really good. Hey, got to highlight Friday. Friday's a day where we're going to see our fall-like wind season kick in, all right? Winds could be damaging in some spots. More on that coming up. But first, with a look at the roads, here's Dave Cash. Good morning.
Good morning, Patrick. We've got an injury accident in Niagara County in Barker that has Lake Road. It's Route 18 closed from County Line Road to Carbon Road. That is the only accident to report. Volume on the light side on the 90 east here, William Street moving well all the way to the 33. And on the left side of your screen, that's the 190 north at the off-ramp to Church Street. Opposite side, 190 south at the closed outbound Skyway that reopens today at noon. Back to you, Pete and Melissa.
All right, Dave, thanks for those updates.
Well, we are the station that holds people in power accountable, and this morning we're getting answers from Buffalo Police Brass about their use of body cameras.
Police say they actually wrapped up the pilot program on body cameras and stopped using them on September 1st, just 11 days before the officer-involved shooting death of Rafael Rivera. It happened on the city's west side. Captain Jeff Rinaldo expects officers to be trained on them and start using them again, district by district and stages into the coming new year. They still need to work out policies, though, about how they use the video internally and if and when it can be released to the public.
We have had internal discussions on releasing video and how we will address that. That will be covered in our policy, which is still in a draft phase. We are talking to other agencies on what their best practices are, how they handle it.
Captain Rinaldo also says state labor law, police union requirements, and even privacy issues from members of the public need to be considered and will have to be worked out as part of that draft policy. Well, surveillance video of that deadly shooting was also a topic of yesterday's Buffalo Oversight Committee meeting. Police say it shows Officer Elmer Karazaev properly using deadly force when he fired 6 shots at Rivera. Police administrators told the council they cannot, however, release that video because it was obtained by a grand jury subpoena. Police officials added last night that this investigation could take months.
The company behind Solar City in South Buffalo is reportedly under federal investigation. Bloomberg reports the Justice Department is looking at Tesla for securities fraud following CEO Elon Musk's tweet last month saying that he had secured funding to take the company private. Tesla responded saying it has yet to receive a subpoena, a request for testimony, or any other process. They said the matter should be quickly resolved.
Jamestown police are calling a man's drowning in the Chattacoin River an accident. Police say 61-year-old Robert Cavender was found in the river near Victoria Avenue and Institute Street Monday morning. They say they don't think any criminal activity was involved.
6:34 on Daybreak, and there are new numbers from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics that show there's still a big pay gap between men and women in New York State, but it is actually improving. The Bureau says Women made 86.4% of what men made statewide last year, which is actually better than the national average. It's the 7th smallest pay gap among the 50 states. Nationally, women were paid 81.8% of men last year. New York State's gap has closed slightly since 2000, when women made only 78.5% of men. A spokesperson for Governor Cuomo says he won't rest until the gap is eliminated once and for all.
It is 6:35 now on Daybreak, and in consumer news this morning, a software update pushed out for the iPhone. It allows parents to set down times to restrict certain apps on their kids' phones at night or while they're at school. Another lets you put self-imposed time limits for browsing on apps like Facebook and Instagram. Similar features are in the works for phones made by Google. The programs can now keep track of how often you pick up your phone after bedtime and how long you're on Facebook or Twitter during work hours.
6:35 now, and we talked about the word hangry earlier this morning here on Daybreak. It's one of more than 840 new words that Merriam-Webster has added to the dictionary.
And we don't know how many of them that Daybreak's Kate Welshover plans to use this morning. Be careful which words you use on TV.
I was going to say you're
There are 7 I know you can't use.
Four letters, those you're scared of. Well, thank you, and good morning, everybody. I have a birthday coming up, and in case you're wondering, I can't believe the word adorbs is in the dictionary years old. For the uninitiated, that means adorable, like super cute. I also can't believe some of the other words that have been added. Guac for guacamole. Marg for margarita. It actually sounds like somebody at Merriam-Webster went bananas at Chili's on lunch and just decided to wing it when they got to the new word meeting. What do you got, Sheila? Marg. That's why they pay her the big bucks. Way to go, Sheila. I have to say, I give Merriam-Webster credit for trying. They keep adding words to the dictionary for a population increasingly content to use just one version of the word your. Spelling does count. Ask Patrick. I know I'm joking about it, and maybe it does seem a little ridiculous, but we could learn a lot from Merriam-Webster. And not just that there should be a space between the A and the lot. Good old M-dubs has been at this since 1828, and yet continuously strives to be modern. Language, after all, is a living, breathing thing. It changes as its speakers and the world around them changes. If it didn't, I'd still be wishing you all a good morrow and misplacing my spectacles and driving my horseless carriage to my employ, fine ladies and gentlemen. And there is a part of me that still believes there is something to be said for speaking properly. A song from the musical My Fair Lady, a show that debuted in 1956, was adapted from a play written in 1913 and takes place in Edwardian London, may point to the timeless nature of exasperation, of the perceived deterioration of language and perhaps civilization itself. Maybe the male lead, Professor Henry Higgins, says it best when he laments, "Use proper English, you're regarded as a freak. Why can't the English learn to set a good example for people whose English is painful to your ears?" Adding, "In America, they haven't used it for years." And that is what the kids call a sick burn. I know. Who cares what a rando like me has to say about any of this? I don't know. I could use a mocktail.
Very nice. If they cut them in half, they can fit twice the words. That's what's happening.
That's what's
They
happening.
want more words, so they cut them in half.
That unabridged version is something.
Absolutely. And you know what? Patrick is keeping tabs on the rain in Spain that I understand is falling mainly on the plain, correct?
Is it My Fair Lady or is it Pygmalion?
Oh, good question.
And a new definition of a word, shade, right? Mm-hmm. Something Kate just threw on me a little about my spelling.
Right.
Okay. Those are fighting words, Kate. I'll see you in the, she caught me though. Not my greatest forte, spelling. Let's get to it. Show you what.
Well, tomorrow, 2 on Your Side will help put the unity in community when we premiere our new show. It is called Community. Claudine Ewing and I will bring you stories of great people and places in the African-American community and around the city, while also discussing the issues that impact all of us. So make sure you tune in and set your DVR for Thursday morning at 11:30, following midday. That's Community right here on Channel 2.
I can't wait for that. That's great, Pete.
Yeah, it's a great show. It'll be put together really well. 6:43 now on Daybreak, and we love celebrating the great kids of Western New York.
We sure do. And this morning we are highlighting a teen from West Seneca who uses her free time to lift the spirits of some people who might need a little cheering up. Her simple gesture goes a long way, and that's why she's this week's great kid.
My dear friend, I am writing this card to you so you know that you are loved and thought of. My thoughts and prayers are with you, always. Love, Rachel.
That is just one of the messages of love and support that 14-year-old Rachel LaRussa has sent to a stranger.
I hope it brightens their day and makes them smile. I hope it gives them hope.
The freshman at West Seneca East High School has handwritten and decorated more than 100 cards so far and delivered them to sick and homebound senior citizens.
They started to tear up a little bit and they started to say thank you so much.
Rachel was inspired to start this project after seeing her own grandfather grow lonely from having barely any visitors outside of family.
And I don't want anyone else to feel as sad as my grandfather did.
And that's how LaRussa's legacy of love was created.
I think my father would be so proud of Rachel. For him to influence her that much and for her to actually take action and spread love to other people, he would be extremely proud.
Rachel's parents are proud of her as well, and that's why they nominated her to be this week's Great Kid.
She's very compassionate, and she's very loyal, and she's very loving. And I think that's what makes Rachel so remarkable. She's a shining star.
She really is. And you can learn more about Rachel and her efforts, and you can find out how to help her out on this when you click on this web story at WGRZ.com.
It's all about simple gestures. Way to go. All right, 6:45 now on Daybreak. Let's check in with Dave Cash, see how the road for today's rundown, where we get you caught up on the day's top stories in just a minute and a half. First up, we're working to learn more about a reported shooting overnight in Buffalo. Multiple officers were seen scanning Kenmore Avenue between Military and Elmwood around 1 o'clock this morning. We've reached out to the Buffalo Police Department for more information, and we will update you on this story as soon as we get more. We're expected to hear from Bills running back LaShawn McCoy today as well, after there are new allegations against him. The mother of his son, Stephanie Masonette, made many accusations against McCoy, including that he beat their 6-year-old son and he was involved in the home invasion. McCoy is denying all allegations. New this morning, an historic move for North and South Korea as the two countries signed a peace agreement. The countries agreed to remove landmines and guards from the border zone. Overnight, President Trump tweeted that North Korea will dismantle a nuclear test site as well. North and South Korea will file a joint bid to host the 2023 Summer Olympics. Today, city leaders, lawmakers, and pastors will meet to discuss a violent summer on Buffalo's east side. It'll be a closed-door meeting at Mount Olive Baptist Church involving Mayor Brown, Erie County District Attorney John Flynn, and several Common Council members. Several people were killed by gunfire over the summer on the east side, including a grandmother and her infant grandson on Grape Street, which police say was gang-related. And finally, the Sabres took down the Penguins last night 3-2 in their second preseason game. The Sabres' young superstars saw their first preseason action. Rasmus Dahlin, Jack Eichel, Casey Middlestead all took to the ice. They are in Toronto this Friday at 7:30. Guys?
Very good. All right. It looks like the muggy weather from yesterday is bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Yeah, it's getting a lot better around here comfort-wise. Let's get right to it. The forecast for today. I know some people are going, what's up with this rain? Well, we just had a little rain move through. That's it. Skies are going to clear, and it looks like we should have a pretty nice day today, despite a little rain that moved through, especially the south towns. Decreasing clouds.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin is celebrating some really cool new escape rooms in Western New York.
And one of our favorite movies at the same time. Good morning, Kev.
What happened? Right. This is Escape City, Buffalo. This is the new escape room based on The Hangover. I like your purse.
It's a satchel.
How are you, my friend?
Good morning.
What is the theme? What is the goal of this room? What happened?
So we're in Vegas right now, not Buffalo. And You went out last night. You woke up this morning. You have no idea what happened. All you know is that you possibly stole money from the mafia.
Okay.
You need to get out before they get in and get you.
Yeah, this is adults only, please.
Adults only, 18 and older. A ton of fun, but a little bit of inappropriateness. It's hilarious. It's like nothing you've seen.
This is very much like the movie. I feel like I'm in that famous scene in the movie.
Yeah, we designed and built the game right off of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walk in, you are in that hotel room from the movie.
There's a baby in the closet. There's a tiger in the bathroom. I won't give too much away, but about how long does this take?
You have 60 minutes to get out of this game and make your way through before the mafia gets you.
Okay.
This game was so highly anticipated, it's sold out.
Right.
Groups can book at escapecitybuffalo.com sooner than later.
What I like about this is owned by Erie Productions, the same guys that do the killer like Halloween attraction, and you're local.
Yes. Yeah,
Where are
we're
you from?
Locally born and raised right in Tonawanda.
Where are you from?
Tonawanda.
Tonawanda.
Tonawanda. We're located in Tonawanda as well. Here, Fright World's going to be in Tonawanda again. We're the fright capital of Buffalo. I mean, we've got scary escape rooms, fun escape rooms for family and friends.
Yep. So the hangover's great with your buds, with your coworkers,
With
18
your
and
wolf
up.
pack.
Yeah, with your wolf pack. And then if you didn't see us last half hour, over the falls, you're on a ship that's been hijacked and you got to get your way out of there. And there's another one, a scary one, body collectors too.
Keep waiting for Mike Tyson to burst through the door.
Pumpkinville tomorrow.
All right, good deal. Thanks very much, Kev. I don't think Mike Tyson will show up at Pumpkinville.
Well, you know what they say. What happens in Tonawanda stays in
Absolutely.
Tonawanda. Every time.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait to book that. We really need to have a Daybreak outing, and Kevin will use his genius ways to get us out, I'm
was
sure.
the wolf pack with Zach Galifianakis and his man
Love
purse satchel walking down the hallway, baby in hand.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the baby wasn't there. Oh, well.
Oh, but
I'm
they
sure
said
he's
the
there
baby is
somewhere.
in the closet.
Oh,
All right,
man.
7-day forecast. Again, decreasing clouds today. The afternoon looks fine. Windy and warm on Friday with some storms to end the week with a crescendo. The weekend, cooler, 60s on Saturday. Most of Sunday will be in the 60s, topping out at 70. A real feel of fall to end September, folks. It is going to be instant October around here, weather-wise and via the calendar, in about a week. So get ready for a real feel of a fall chill on the way.
Looks like Saturday's a bonfire now.
There you go.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.